Hello everyone, I am Rameez Kurikkal from Kerala. My favorite pigeon breed is English Trumpeter and comparatively a beginner with the breed. I aspire to be known as someone who had contributed to develop the breed over other part of the world. Personally, I believe that concentrating on a single breed is the right way to move forward because it requires immense amount of time and effort to have an impact on one single breed itself. I had shortlisted Jacobins and English Trumpeters, but eventually I leaned towards English Trumpeters and decided it to be my breed. As the saying goes, the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. It works perfectly with our pigeons. For me, the most beautiful pigeon breed is English Trumpeters. For some it will be Jacobins, for some it will be Indian Fantail, and so on. I would like to talk about a few of the English Trumpeter breeders that I follow. I was lucky enough to be in touch with some of the greatest English Trumpeter breeders like John De Carlo Sr. and Jr., Scott Perizzo, Greg Pola, Ed Lujan, Darian Slave, etc. All of these names that I have mentioned are considered to be legends in this breed. Some of the English Trumpeter fanciers that I follow domestically are Chetan Patel, Amin Sheikh, Ragesh Bhai, there's Jill Jacob, Advocate Jacob Tomlin, Yasir Nasim, etc. There would be many more English Trumpeter fanciers that I might have missed to mention. My sincere apologies if that's the case. Recently I came across a new breeder named Justin Curl. His bird has won champion at the recent NPA National held in Texas. That had around almost 400 birds, 400 English Trumpeters to compete with. He's a very young breeder and his story is inspiring and motivational at the same time. I was fortunate enough to be in touch with Sir John De Carlo Jr., Sir Scott Perizzo and Ed Lujan. Me being a beginner in this breed had my share of doubts regarding the standards and so much more. They were very kind to clear all of them for me in every way possible. So I consider them as my mentors in English Trumpeters. I'm a freshman as a pigeon fancier and didn't have much knowledge about pigeon keeping in general. Ranjit Bhai, Mansoor Ka, Siddiqa and Umar Ka has always advised and directed me in the right path. Pigeon keeping gave me so many good friends that are very close to my heart, but it's impossible to name every one of them. But I have to mention Sudhi and Iqbal because they have supported me like a spine from the very beginning. Next, I would like to talk about the standards of English Trumpeters. A detailed session on the standards of English Trumpeters would need a session on its own. So what I'm doing is I'll go and show you a quick glance about the standards of English Trumpeters. So for everyone to understand a better understanding and better clear picture of the standards, I took the printout of the standard and I clipped it on my girls' playboard so that you'll understand it better. So these are it. These are the NPA standards of English Trumpeter. This is the point tally. It's on total 100 points. These are the standard picture of English Trumpeters, and each part of the body is marked here. So first, you need to. I'll show you about the head. It's 10 points. This is the head part. What we are talking about is the skull width. You need to have really good skull width, and the crest right on top of the head. That's what you are talking about, and that will give you a total of 10 points if you have a perfect head. So next is eyes. That's only 2 points here, the eyes of English Trumpeters. Eyes are given upon is for the self color white, for saddles, for bald heads. All of this must have bull eyes. That's per standard. All the other colors should have deep orange colors, deep orange eyes. So that's the 2 points for eyes. Next is tuft. This protruded part above the beak and in between the head is what you call tuft. Some people think that's very important
feature in English Trumpeter. It is an important feature, but it has only 4 points as per the standards. So that's the tuft. Next I'll go to the crest. Crest has 12 points in the standard. This is the proper crest. Crest is should have a semicircular field from the front. It should have smooth crest face. It should have really good crest height. Crest height is really important in English trumpeters because that will give a powerful look to your bird. Next I'll talk about, I'm going a bit fast because it's really quick glance on the standards. So next I'll go to the rosettes. Rosettes are this drilled in part of, in both sides you have this drilled part, that's called rosettes. It has got 4 points. And I'll talk about main. Main also has 4 points. This part is called main. It's a really important feature in English trumpeters, even though it has only got 4 points. Presently the birds, many of the birds doesn't have a proper main, without any break to the neck. There is no break as per the standard. That's what you need in English trumpeters. So as you can see, for the head part alone there is so much points. You should concentrate on this part of the English trumpeter. So next it is neck. Neck has got 5 points. Neck should be short, thick and bully necks. You should get the bully feeling when you see the neck of an English trumpeter. Long and thin necks are really not what you're looking for in English trumpeters. So next I will talk about is body. As you can see, this is the most important feature of an English trumpeter. It is the body. It's allotted 20 points for that. You need to have deep, thick, cobby body, but you need to have that body in a short size. You can't have a long body, and you need to have the wings. Both of the wings should be holding in a holding position. They should not drop the wings. That's a very bad feature in English trumpeters, and many birds have this dropped wings problem. And as you can see, this is the body shape. It should be deep, coming to the ground and go right the way to the back. And it should be wings should be holding above the tail, and it should be slightly smaller than the tail. That's what the standard is required as of. So next I will talk about the muffs and hawks. This is the second most important feature in English trumpeters. These are the perfect muff in an English trumpeter. It should have 3 layers. As you can see in the diagram, it's 10A, 10B and 10C. There is 3 layers to it. This is the perfect English trumpeter muff without any break. Next I would like to talk about is station and legs. It's got 5 points. As I've seen in some of my birds, the legs should be near to the ground. The station should be in a proper way, that it should not have tall legs. It should have a very deep to earth, like deep to the down, like legs. That's what you need, and the station is required like that. If you have a taller leg, that's a very bad feature because it is going to affect its overall look, overall style of the bird. Next I have is color. Color of English trumpeter has got 10 points. That's for the color, and for the style there is 10 points. The style is another important feature of English trumpeters. It should have a style that shows off his bulliness, his qualities, his style. It should show off in a way that he's trying to show off his beauty. That's what its style is allotted for. So that's it. For overall, you have 100 points. I'll show you one more image that is in the standards. This is an English trumpeter standard image. When you look at them from the above, as you can see, it should be heart-shaped body, very thick in the chest area and very thin in the back area, and the tail should be bigger than the wings, and it should be holding above the tails. And muffs, 3 layers of muffs, and crest, very good skull width, and the mane, perfect mane without any breakage, crest height, and 2 rosettes, and skull width makes you have the clear, the bully looks of English trumpeter, the powerful look that you need, and the tuft over here, and the chest slightly in power of the beak. So this is the perfect English trumpeter that you're looking for. So that's about it.
So next I would like to talk about pigeons is the selection and pairing. It is a very important aspect if you are concentrating in one single breed. It really helps you to go further in the breed, to develop yourself in the breed. If you're concentrating in, as I said, if you're concentrating in one single breed, you need to have the clear idea and clear picture of how your bird should look. You need to have deep knowledge about the standards, about what the judges are looking for in the right bird. In my case, as you know, it's English trumpeters. So, and one more thing is, you need to have really good stock birds to work with. At present, I don't think I have good birds, really good birds to as stock birds, but I'm working with what I have. So, as I said, one bird, if you have a cockbird with really good one feature and lacks in another feature, you need to put that cockbird with the lacking feature of the hen bird in the hen bird. So that's really important to pair the opposites to have a chance of getting your desired result. I'll show you a pairing that I have gone with. You can see this is a cockbird. You can see this is a cockbird. He's really thick. He's got a good depth in his chest. That's what you need in an English trumpeter. His tuft is okay, and his crest is not that good, but not that bad. And I'll show you. I was talking about the depth of the body in this part. You need to have this much, at least this much of chest width, the cobby figure that you're looking for. This is the minimum that you need in an English trumpeter. So for him, one of the drawbacks is his mane and his smooth crest face, crest height, etc. He's got good skull width, that's fine. And I'll show you the bird that I'm trying to mate him up with. This is the hen bird. As you can see, she has got really good mane, very evident mane, and she's got really short body, which is another important feature in English trumpeters. Her tuft is okay. I'll show you the crest and the mane. You can close up. There is drilled in rosettes, and there is good mane, and there is smooth crest face. If I pluck a few of them, it will look smooth and clean crest face. So that's the pairing that I've made, and clean crest face. So that's the pairing that I've made to have a better offsprings than these stock birds. And both of them are low station, which is what you need in English trumpeters. As we continue to talk about selection and pairing, I'll show you one more cockbird that I have. This one is really good. He's got wide necks. He's got really good crest face. He's got really good mane. He's got deep depth of body. But one of his biggest mistake is his leg length. It's not a properly stationed bird. You need to have much lower stationed bird. This one has got, the leg length is not what you need in English trumpeters. I have to clear this in this bird, but otherwise it's a fantastic bird. You can see the crest, the mane. There is no break in mane into the neck. You can see the crest face. She's beautiful with the crest face. There is drilled in rosettes, one here, and the tuft is also okay, and the marking is also good in this ball head. And yeah, that's it. But you can see his leg length is not what you need in English trumpeters. You need to have really low stationed birds that are
That gives the style to English Trumpeters. You need to have really low station for it. So that's about this. I need to find a really good hen bird that is low station and very short. That's the hen that I'm looking for. So that's it about that pairing, and I'll show you one more pair that I have mated up with and the idea behind it. So this is the hen bird. She's really short too, and she's got the style, you know, the way she walks. She's very to the ground, level to the ground. She's really good. And I'll show you the cockbird that I'm trying to mate her with. This is the cockbird. This guy is a very good bird. His biggest flaw is his standing. He's not standing close to the ground. He's got taller legs. That's a very bad quality in English Trumpeters. But he's got, overall, he's the one of the best bird that I have got. He's got really good body, good depth to the chest. He's got a really good crest face and he's got really good mane. One of the best bird that with mane that I have, and he holds his wings properly, and he's short too. You can see his crest is really smooth, and you can see evidently in the video that he's got taller legs than what you need in English Trumpeters. That's a big flaw. I have to rectify that flaw by breeding him with a low standing bird, and that's exactly I'm trying to do with this hen bird. And she's got really good style. You know, you need a style, and you know, to show off her beauty and all. She always does that. So that's it. As in for breeding tips in English Trumpeters, there's not much that people don't know of. There are two main things. What I do. One is trimming down the wind area and clipping the muffs. And very rarely, for some hen birds, I had to clip some part of the wings, but that's not really necessary. All these are done to increase the chances of fertile eggs. So I'll show you how I trim down the cockbird. This is a cockbird's wind area, and I clip down the muffs. That's pretty much about it. As in for taking care of babies, what I heard is English Trumpeters are kind of relative good parents, but it really didn't work out for me that well. Sometimes it might work, but for what the birds that I have, they didn't do well as parents. So I started using homers as posters. They're really good. So I would recommend everyone to have good forces for your English Trumpeters if you're having English Trumpeters. So that's my recommendation. If you want to have a successful breeding with English Trumpeters, you need to have proper forces. Sincere gratitude to UPC and its admins for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I hope this session helped at least some of you to have a better understanding of English Trumpeters. Also, thank you and congratulations to the UPC for such a brilliant initiative of bringing together young breeders into the line.